Hey, this is Tim Turner from Torrid Tech, and we're looking at the RetirementView software today. I've had a number of advisors ask how to do a Roth conversion, and I also have Alan on here, Alan Cantrell. Hey, Alan, you there?
Hey, Tim, how are you, buddy?
I'm great. Appreciate you asking about this. Had a lot of advisors ask about it, so let's just dive in a little bit. You've got a client here, hypothetical client Mark, and he's 58, retiring at 60. He makes $150,000. He's got $800,000 in qualified and $350,000 in taxable. He's got a little bit of tax-free. So how much money do you want to try and convert, or do you want to try and do it over a number of years, or is one lump sum?
That's what I was thinking about, Tim, is maybe doing so much over a 5-year period once he retires.
Okay, so how much do you want to do?
I was thinking around $50,000 a year. Do you think
for
that's
5
too
years?
much? Or? Yes.
No.
Okay.
Why do you want to wait till he retires? I mean, if you want to do it, why not do it now?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I meant. Once he reached 59 and a half, I was thinking we could start doing that. The only issue right now with him is that this money's in his 401k, and they don't have an in-service transfer available with his company.
Oh, I gotcha. So that makes sense. So you'd have to wait till he retires, and then he could start moving money out of the 401k. Okay, so at age 60.
Right.
So let's do that. There's a two-step process. One is we don't really have a way of doing transfers between the different buckets unless we do a two-step process. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and click on special expenses and open that up. And then I'm going to just, you can use any line you want. I'm going to click on the first line since it's convenient, and I'm going to put in Roth. Let's do convert 401k to Roth. Now we're not doing the whole thing, but you get the idea. And we're going to do $50,000 a year, and no inflation rate, and we're going to start that at age 60 when he retires, and we're going to do that for 5 years. And the inflation rate is not relevant. Then the main thing is the last thing we got to set to tax deferred only, and when you do that, it'll do. Actually, I put in too much. 50,000. There we go. Tax deferred only. Then it'll move exactly 50,000 out at age 60 for 5 years, and so that's how we're taking it out. But we got to put it back into the tax free, right?
That's correct.
So I'm going to add this into the plan, and it'll look a little worse there for a second. Now we're going to go click on cash infusions. And we're going to go to line 2, and we're going to say convert to Roth. Okay, and I'm going to make sure it's checked. And we're converting 50K. Now, are we paying the taxes out of the conversion, or are you paying it outside the conversion?
I would say we're going to pay it probably with the conversion.
Okay.
With the 50,000.
Right, that's very typical, and that's easy to do here. So 50,000 is coming in at age 60 for 5 years. So this is just pushing it back into tax-free. But we're going to set the tax rate because he's going to owe ordinary taxes on that. So what do you think is the rate? 15%, 20%, 17%?
I would say 15 to 20 would probably be the rate.
All right, let's do midway, 17.5.
Okay.
And then where are we going to add it? Tax-free. That's our Roth bucket. Okay, so all we did was take it out of the 401k and then push it into the tax-free bucket. That's all we're doing. And we're doing it over 5 years. So it'll be a total of $250,000 converted minus the taxes. Okay. So we add that into the plan. And so you won't see any white on the graph because you only really see the white cash infusions if it's taxable, because this is an after-tax picture. So all we did was push it into the tax-free account, and that money gets tapped if needed.
Okay.
So so that's it. That's all we got to do. Let's go to other assumptions though,
Cool.
and look at the tax rates. A lot of people believe tax rates are going up. So just for grins, what if we get up into the 30% tax rates? Well, then his other plan is affected from the rest of the qualified. So you saw the picture got worse. So you can't really see how that impacts the Roth conversion. Let's go to the savings graph. Okay, we see some tax-free here. Let's go back to a 20% tax rate. See if we see any difference in the tax-free. So there's a little more tax-free and a little more of the rest. So definitely, rising tax rates makes the pictures worse, just like we anticipate.
Exactly.
Lower tax rates make it better because you're taxing the qualified money coming out of the 401k, both on the conversion and on the other withdrawals. So he had, in this example case, we had $800,000 and we only moved $250. So he still has a big hunk of money in the 401k then it's going to get hit by ordinary tax rates in the future. So, you could talk about, maybe doing even more Roth conversion. Like, what if you did, $100,000 a year for 5 years and get $500,000 out of there? Maybe they don't want to do that, but again, you can show differences and show comparisons and say, what if you did this? What if you did that? So I'm going to change both of them to 100.
Okay.
And we'll just see what that looks like. Again, I have no idea. I'm just trying it.
Right.
But this is how you do it. You just change it in 2 places. Doesn't take very long. Probably took me there 20 seconds. Actually, the picture's a little better by converting some of it.
It is.
Especially if this rate goes up. Let's say in the future let's go back to the 30%, and on the cash infusion we're taxing it now at the 17%, say. So when we increased the taxes there, it did go down slightly. So you have to kind of do apples to apples comparison if you really wanted to, if you needed to convince Mark or whoever the client is that they needed to do this. But I just wanted to show how we do it. Does that make sense, Alan?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's good. Good information.